Hey, Coach Devin here. I am here with Jason Ward at 360 Fit. Jason is our nutritional guru.
Right.
This guy knows everything about food, and we're going to talk about diets today, right, Jay?
I don't know about knowing everything about food. There's a lot of garbage research out there, but I know enough. That's what I would say.
I know enough to be slightly dangerous. Jay knows enough to be seriously dangerous. That's what we do.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Between the two of us, I would say that we probably have tried every diet there is.
That's probably true. I have done almost all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I remember back the cybogenics diet.
Oh.
Now that's old. I am dating myself. I'm 46 years old. He's too young to remember cybogenics. You remember cybogenics?
I do not know that one. No.
Cybogenics was this workout program, and they promised that they were going to make you huge.
Right.
And the program was insane. Like the workouts were wild. You started it with 80% of your max on, say, squat.
Right.
And you did that to failure.
You told me about this
Cut
one.
that to 50% for failure. Then you did jump squats to failure. Then squats, just like body weight squats to failure.
Ridiculous.
And then after you did that was one round, and you would do it like 6 times.
That's it. That's insane.
It was first year university, and I went to Acadia my first year, not St. FX. Jay went to Acadia the whole time. So
that's right. I stayed.
We're both Acadia alums. And that was the worst.
That sounds
workout.
awful.
But they had this diet plan that went with it.
Yeah.
That was now I look back on it, the stupidest diet plan ever. And it had a whole bunch of, you had all these, vitamins to take with it. One of them being niacin, and your ears would turn bright red and burn.
My God. Yep.
It was the worst thing ever. And we're talking.
Let's get that niacin flush on. That's great times. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what, 1990, 1992. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
We're gonna talk about diets today, and diets that we've done. Jay actually creates nutritional planning here at 360 Fit. So if you want to learn how to eat better and change your diet, this is the guy to go see. It's not me. I can give you some information. That guy knows how to do it. So message us, comment, whatever you want. Jay can help with that.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the stupidest diet you've ever done.
Oh, I mean, I probably anger some people.
Here we go.
Honestly, the vegan diet was the stupidest one for me. I'm not going to advocate against plant-based diets, because for some people it is absolutely a great idea. For me personally, I felt awful. I was bloated, I was uncomfortable, constantly needed to go to the bathroom. It was terrible. I will never do that again. No matter how much you try to convince me, I can't. I would rather just not eat.
That's fair, that's fair. My soon-to-be in-laws, hi Mark and Karen, are vegan. And I am not. I used to say to Dev, my side note, so anybody who knows, my fiance's name is actually the same as mine. She just spells it wrong. She puts an O in it,
right.
So anybody, she
pronounces
it Devin. It's weird. Anyway, it makes it easy for me because I never have to worry about forgetting it. That's the goal of it.
That's a bonus right
there. That's a win.
Yeah.
Or if I do forget it, I'm an idiot.
So
you've
got some bigger issues, I think, if you're forgetting the name at this point.
I am screwed at that point, yeah. So they're vegan. And yeah, I'll tell you, vegan, I'm not an enormous fan of. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I just felt lousy on vegan. And I've trained a couple clients who are vegans. One of them being Alicia Silverstone back years ago from Clueless. You remember Clueless?
Yep.
And I used all the time. She'd be coming to the gym and she's like, Devin, you should be vegan. And I'd be like, I'm going to go have steak after this because I like to be an idiot. I found the same as you. I found vegan. I just felt weak.
Yeah.
And kind of lousy, and I had to use the bathroom a lot, and that wasn't very fun.
I mean, you just got to eat so much fiber. And it just doesn't agree with me. That was what I found anyway.
The fiber was hard because to be a vegan, and we're not trying to bash veganism. Like, if you want to be vegan, go be vegan. Like, I get
I'll
it.
even help you be vegan. I have vegan clients.
He knows how to do that.
I know how to do it. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, the hard part for vegan is that there's so much prep work to be a vegan.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a lot.
Yeah.
You have to really monitor your protein levels and how much fiber you're getting. It's just a lot of work, and I'll be honest with you, I'm fairly lazy when it comes to that stuff. I don't want the workload, so that's why I didn't like it, and it didn't make me feel good, so I didn't like that part either.
There's a fair bit of supplementation needed because you're going to be likely deficient in B12, iron, like vitamin D3 is hard to get. Your omega-3s are hard. Like you have to seriously plan to cover all your bases. That's not to say that you don't have to plan for any diet though either, because
true.
If you're going to be successful, you need to have a plan. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I feel like it's more intricately planned in veganism than in, say, an omnivorous diet of any kind, or even like keto, carnivore, like all these different dietary styles. I find like a lot of them are a little bit easier to plan.
Yeah.
Just because there's not as many things missing from the specific foods.
Yeah, it's the nutritional stuff that you're missing, the nutrients that you're missing, and then it makes it tough. It's a more challenge. Listen, my hat's off to you if you do it and you like it, great.
Yeah.
It's just challenging. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And like I said, when it comes to food, I'm a little lazy or a better way, utilitarian. We're going to call it that.
I like that, yeah.
I just, it's a lot more work, and I don't have the time to put in. I've had some excellent vegan food, though. There's some really tasty vegan food out there. Some really good
plant-based food, like meals. Like I even have some in a recipe book that I have for all of my clients as well. So there's like some Google Drive folder. I just drop recipes in every month, and there's a whole batch that are just vegan.
Yeah, there's some really good vegan stuff. It's just, there's a lot of planning to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, favorite one.
Again, this might not flow well with a lot of people. Carnivore has actually been my favorite one so far.
I knew you would say that. Knew it.
I am a big fan of red meat. I always have been, and honestly, it's the diet I have felt the best on and was the easiest for me to plan. Because it's basically you just eat like meat and eggs. That was my diet like every day, and I was never hungry. My energy was stable. It was amazing.
He would have these big Tupperware containers full of beef, and just eat beef all day long.
It was amazing. That's greatest month of my life.
All the staff, we kept saying, "You having some more rhinoceros burger there?" Like it was insane the amount of beef that guy ate. He's also, you might not understand it from the video because I'm trying to out-angle him here a little bit. He's also a lot bigger than I am.
I'm only 245. I'm not that big.
He's a lot bigger than I am. He's got a good 20 plus pounds on me. He's not a small man. Carnivore. So I've never tried, personally, I never tried the carnivore diet.
It's it's not necessarily a new concept, but it's recently started to gain some traction. And so it's like, that's why I think like a lot of people probably haven't tried it in like today's society. But if you went back, like the Eskimo, the Maasai, there were lots of tribes that were primarily carnivore.
Well, you don't have a lot of options, right? I mean, when you're, you're up north, there's not a lot. Now, for me, I like vegetables. I am a vegetable fan, and I love fruit. So, and nuts, that's a big, I do love nuts. So honestly, this is gonna date me a bit. South Beach I liked a lot because there's a lot of nuts, fruits, and vegetables in it.
Right.
I mean, I like protein, obviously, but the nuts, fruits, and vegetables for me, I was like, this is gold. I could eat this. Basically, I eat sort of a bastardized version of that South Beach diet now, and I just sort of stuck with it. That's kind of what I do.
That's like the key to success with your diet, though, is find something that you like that also gives you results. Like, it's that simple. You just gotta like plug and play from there. And so again, if you like vegan, be plant-based, it's great. Like, you like carnivore, do it. Like, just figure out which one is gonna work for you, and then continuously being consistent.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And Jay that was going to be my next thing I was going to bring up. That you have to, the consistency side of it is really the important part.
Absolutely.
That's always going to be the thing that you got to be into the most. Like, if you can't, it's like being in a relationship. You can't cheat on your girlfriend or your wife or your husband and expect things to work well, because they don't. Your diet's the same. If you cheat on your diet, bad things happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying for all the people out there that, right away will be like this. You're trying to shame me because you said don't eat junk food ever. No, I'm not saying that. You can have junk food sometimes. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
However, if 85 to 90% of your diet is healthy and clean, it's good for you, and you have to get something that, like Jay's talking about, that works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for you, that's where it's a sustainability thing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about sustainability. And I mean, like, honestly, like, if having a cup of ice cream once a week is gonna help you stick to your diet, then have a cup of ice cream once a week, but don't do it every day.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be that hard. People seriously overcomplicate this stuff. Like, you can even make slightly more like protein-rich desserts if you want to. And like, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I share that stuff sometimes.
He's got a lot.
Wars Way to Fitness.
At Wars Way to Fitness, that guy.
It's interesting to play around with these recipes and kind of like come up with stuff that tastes great, but is still kind of like dessert-like. That helps me deal with my sweet tooth, which is a big problem for me. I have always been a hound for sugar. Like, it's bad. And then I don't handle carbohydrate well, as we've discussed from my vegan experience. So finding a way to deal with that has been a big part of me finding success in diets as well.
Well, you know what? This reminds me a little bit of a guy that we both know. He's a pro bodybuilder. He actually lives right here in our city, Greg Doucette. That's my shout out to Greg. If you check out his channel, Greg does some really interesting stuff. He's pretty raw. Greg will tell you what he thinks. He doesn't hold anything back, but he also
if he watches YouTube, he's gonna yell it in your face.
Yeah, he'll give you hell. Great. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Greg, I still love you, brother. But you know what Greg does is Greg has a sweet tooth, and then he will make food and show you what it is. The guy loves stuff that is sweet. He's got a sweet tooth, but you know what? The stuff he makes is healthy and high protein.
Yeah.
So, and it tastes great. He made one of a lava cake thing one time. I made it. It was delicious.
Sounds awesome.
And all it was protein. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever had. The guy he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Check out Greg Doucette. You'll like him.
Yeah.
The one thing that I want to, and let's talk a little bit about diets in general. Listen, fitness is big business.
Absolutely.
It's a billions and billions of dollars now business.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to sell you a diet and the supplements that go with the diet.
Yeah.
But it really is not, it's not that much rocket science, right? This is not, they try to make it crazier than it really is.
Yeah. I agree. Like, I think that's part of what I was saying, like overcomplicating everything. Like, it's not complicated. Like, eat mostly whole foods. Right? Occasionally allow yourself some treats.
Yep.
Right? And just monitor what's coming in. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. Yep. And then it's just a matter of choosing foods that suit you. I don't love the good and bad labels on food. No. Because like food is just fuel. If you start labeling it good and bad, then you're having an unhealthy relationship with food. And you shouldn't have a relationship with food.
No. Like, it can't be. If it's an ugly relationship, bad things are going to happen to you. Yeah. They just will, and you can't. Then you get into the boat where you're overthinking it all the time. We've both done bodybuilding shows before.
Yeah.
That shit will make you crazy.
Oh, that'll fuck with your head.
Because it spends all your time, all you think about is, am I eating too little? Am I eating too much? Have I done enough cardio? Have I done? It's an awful place to be.
Yeah.
It's not actually, like, bodybuilders are the toughest athletes in the world. Because
Mentally. For sure.
They're always on.
Yeah.
They can never, it's not like, you can't cheat. When you're dieting, you can't cheat.
Yeah.
And they're so strict and so clean and so, I mean, it is impressive what they do.
Absolutely.
That stuff is hard, but it creates bad relationships with food. For me, it definitely did.
Yeah.
It made me overanalyze everything, which I didn't like. And to me, you got to have this, like Jason's talking about, sustainability. Every 2 weeks, I have my kids week on, week off. Friday nights, we have pizza night, we watch movies, and we eat M&Ms and chips. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I often get clients, and I'm sure you get it too. They're like, "Oh, you must never eat junk food."
You do not want to see what I am capable of eating.
Yeah, I like junk food.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Yeah,
it's designed for that.
Exactly. It's not necessarily bad. Just don't overeat it. Don't be, if it's not sustainable and it's going to make you feel sick, that's bad.
Yeah.
But if it's a sustainable thing, I've been eating pizza. I mean, we had pizza night every year. They said my son was, 1? So 16 years of it is a long time.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can eat, like, 2 Oreos and then stop. That's okay. But they're designed to make you want to keep eating them.
Sleeve.
So you eat the whole sleeve. Like, that's the point.
Yes.
They design these foods that way on purpose. And I literally mean design. Like, they have figured out how to bypass your satiety signals. So you're still hungry even though you've had enough. Like, that's why people struggle when they're incorporating these foods into their diet. Yep. It's got nothing to do with willpower. Like, that's all bullshit. Like, you are not struggling because you don't have willpower. You are struggling because the foods you're choosing to eat are specifically designed to make you continue to want to eat.
Yeah. It's not about, and this is what we'll close with. It's not about beating yourself up. There shouldn't be a negative shame thing associated with food.
Absolutely.
Really. I mean, if you eat something that you meant not to have on your diet, well, you can't rewind and fix that.
No.
You don't want to purge it because that's really going to be bad for you. So in the end of the day, what's the best thing to do? Turn the page, move on.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I did something I wasn't happy with. Well, you get another reset on the next meal. That's the best part. And every day you get another chance.
Yeah, and weight loss is not a linear process either. So neither is muscle building for that matter. Like, I don't care what your goal is. It's not linear. You're going to have like ups, downs, ups, downs. That's how the body responds best, to be honest. So like doing little cycles of things is often very helpful for keeping people accountable and like making progress.
Exactly, and that's why we've both been on and off so many different diet plans, because we want to try them. Because people say to us, oh, have you tried whatever, keto, have you tried this, have you tried that? You know what? Yeah, I gave it a try. I like it, I don't like it, this is what I like, this is what I incorporated. All of them have pretty good principles. You just don't want to get overthinking it, and you want it to be sustainable and healthy for you, so that long term, you can do this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it's all calories in, calories out. It really is that simple.
Preach.
Right?
That's the truth.
Now, calories in, calories out is not a simple equation, though. There are a lot of factors, and that's why people are like misunderstanding the whole concept. And that's why they've like the insulin obesity hypothesis, and like there's all these different theories out there, and I'm like, it's all bullshit. We don't know anything. Like the nutrition research is garbage, and like, honestly, and like you do have to sift through a lot of shit to figure anything out. So like, don't overcomplicate it. Just try to hit a calorie deficit. It should not be any more complicated than that.
If you can do that and be comfortable and not be starving, you've done what you need to do. If you're looking to lose weight, that's the goal. That's what you do. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just don't overthink diets. Don't overthink them. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, it's not worth it. It's ridiculous.
And if you need help with diets, this is the guy for it. Jason Ward. He knows his stuff. I promise you, the guy's brilliant. You can comment here, send us a message, call us, whatever, text us. Jason Ward can help you out. There's no question about that.
Absolutely.
Have yourself an amazing day, guys. Don't fight the awesome.